Already recorded?
We talking about exactly what we talking about. Oh shit! Oh, look at that.
Oh, there they go.
There you go.
What's up, brother?
What up, bro?
Wait.
Oh,
Corona bump.
coronavirus.
That's right. That's
Hey,
right.
that's the new. Hey, I heard this joke about the foot ankle shape.
Like the kid and play?
Oh, kid and play shape.
You gotta really do it. If you don't do it,
And it ain't no
yeah,
shape.
you can't halfway do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this social distancing is a trick.
I see you got a Jordan mask.
It's hard to get. Oh yeah, I'm always fly. You know.
I got the mask out of a durag. You feel
Hey,
me?
make it happen.
Hey, but what you do though?
I knew you was getting waves on your mustache. It's fly. That's some new shit.
The stash waves. You feel me? The stash. Hey,
Opposite set. This shit is waving up.
let me tell you something. You put a little bit of disinfectant on the do-rag,
Mhm.
and you see. This is what I say. Put the disinfectant on outside of it. The dirty air, dirty bacteria floating around in the atmosphere, it kills it or most of it before it gets in the inside, where you also have the disinfectant on it. You feel me?
That's a lot to do when you said it kills most of it. That's like the commercials like kill 99.99%. Like what the fuck am I putting this on for? What about that little percent?
But you have a 99.9% chance of living.
That's true. That's true.
You know, that 1% though, I don't know. I don't know. Why is it that 1%? Maybe because 100% of anything will kill you.
Or maybe they don't want to guarantee results and get sued. That's what I'm thinking.
Genius.
Who knows? But what's up, man? How you doing with the social distancing and all this? It's not the easiest to get used to.
It's not no, hell no, it's not the easiest to get used to. It's challenging.
What's been the toughest part?
Uh, I expect you to ask me that. I guess relationship.
Like this question?
I guess relationship. I think it's like I currently I have a certain situation. I think in as far as that, like relationship and social distancing, because it's forcing people to confront themselves, and if you're in a relationship with yourself, and knowing you don't got anywhere to hide from, because you're gonna be in a house stuck between those four walls, forced to deal with who you are, and also if you're with somebody, you're dealing with that with somebody who's going through the same thing, and therefore, and what you two have in between, whether it's like a roommate or a couple or whatever, everything's coming out. Nasty people, the people who pretend to be something they're not. It's so hard to hide anything because you're in an area where you can't go anywhere to relieve yourself.
You can't run from it.
You can't run. You can't run from you.
I like the nasty part. My grandma, she definitely agrees. She said this just remind everybody about how nasty they are.
How nasty is mom?
They been this nasty. Now they just getting a reminder. But I like that. But I like what you said. You said relationships.
Yeah.
Two different ways. Dealing with yourself
Yeah.
and then dealing with others.
Yeah.
So dealing with yourself, you feel like a lot of alone time, a lot of thought time. So what are people doing with their downtime? I heard weed sales are way up.
Bro.
35%.
Somebody was like, get a pound.
So people smoking their dank.
Before this whole thing was in effect like this, they was like, get a pound, go to people in your building, tell them you got it. They ain't gonna want to go outside. They want to get it right there in the building, corona free. No corona on the weed, unless you got corona weed. You feel me? You probably get extra high with corona weed.
Still a good time to invest. Shout out to our sponsors. Still to come. So, no, that's what's up. So, reflection time. I hadn't even thought about that. Like trying to reflect on yourself.
You're a thinker though.
Yeah, I'm a thinker. I do a lot of self-reflection anyway.
Yeah.
But people in the house more reflecting on themselves. You can't run from yourself. You're in the house. You have nothing but time, or they're just Facebooking and being more fake.
Facebook, you being more. Are they being more fake or just? Oh shit.
Cause I feel like people live these facade lives on Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
They try to post themselves looking like, hey, I got $1 million, and they really got the $2 bills. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they got something. You know what I find funny? I should say that the celebrities that are struggling to stay important on social media, like there's a couple celebrities, or it's not their angle. Like I seen a few of them. I don't want to mention your name. They like y'all too cool to act funny on TikTok. That's not shit. That's not your lane.
Call them out. Give me one.
Tiger.
Tiger?
Yeah. To me, Tiger is like, I know some personal shit about Tiger.
I just wasn't expecting it, but yeah.
He's from the homie's hood, you feel me?
Mhm.
I know some personal shit about him, but on the outside, he look cool, he's swagged out, he's trying to be funny on top because it's what people are on and it's popular. But nigga, I'm gonna take the mask off. I'm gonna take the do-rag mask off because I can't even keep it up. Right
Not
now.
me. Not during social distancing.
So basically,
Coronavirus.
boom. So like they struggling. I seen Mario try to lead a world meditation.
Mario.
Bro, he was doing no meditation.
What's his last
He was
song?
trying to hump us.
Trying to stay relevant. He trying to re-get relevant. Let me love you, ass nigga. I don't know. Okay.
Let me love
let's
you.
let's still go with Tiger because Mario. I don't know.
Hey.
He still compete with Mario and Luigi and them. That's throwback.
What happened to Luigi and them?
I guess it is about one of them years for Tiger to drop something hot. He come out about every 2 years hot.
Let me tell you who has it a lot.
Mm.
Because they're trying to do something that they're not used to doing, and they want to be relevant in that world. Unless you're in that world, it's like Miley Cyrus. She got a whole schedule. Workout time at 12. This is what I eat for dinner. This is how I make
She
it.
streams all
And
it.
she's yes,
Wow.
real,
Mm.
entertaining, authentic.
If you can't tell by now, I don't watch none of that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's incredible. That's
But
Tiger.
that's not what I'm saying. but
She keeps people involved.
yes, keeps them interactive.
So what is Tiger doing? Like playing ping pong?
They're not even consistent. They're thinking it's hot. It's gonna no. You gotta be on there. It has to be a lifestyle. Social media is a lifestyle.
Mm.
Real and entertaining to those who are authentic and giving that. Like being on some fake shit, you can't sustain it because it's tiring to put up a facade and try to maintain that.
Y'all hear that? So if it ain't you, don't do it. Just watch the other people that know how to do
Don't
it.
you do
Just
it?
stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay on your channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop trying to monetize.
Let us monetize.
That's our job. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Now relationships.
Mhm.
How difficult is it to be yourself right now during a relationship? Is your girl tripping about staying at home? Is she social distancing from you? Can you get some? Are you on a schedule? Are you still meeting new people if you're not in a relationship? It might be a lot holler to holler. Hey! I don't know.
You, you know, okay. I'm gonna start with the meeting. That's fun. So I'm gonna start with the meeting new people. Before the quarantine, you had
I like that. He said that very professional. The quarantine. This shit is serious.
millennials
Mhm.
were nervous of dating other people already because of the STDs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's their. Wow.
Mainly women. You know, guys don't give a fuck. But the
So you're
statistics
saying you're saying that to say they do give a fuck. Like,
yes.
guys do give a fuck. The millennial women are scared of STDs. I had no idea. Wow.
A lot of them are, and because we're in a time to where it's more common than ever before.
They got pills and shit for sale.
Hey.
I do see the commercials.
But women think precaution. They don't think like, oh, I'm gonna take a pill. Like, no, guys are like, I'm gonna go in. Something happens.
Hey,
Later.
hey, we'll talk about it later. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Exactly. So like, with
Damn.
now people are still doing it, but statistics and the totality of things, there's some. Now you have the quarantine where it's like they're afraid to talk to people that or I don't think guys. I think our level is just lower, but like people are
We're the risk takers, I guess, right? We trying to get in at that.
big ass risk.
We trying to go viral.
Exactly. Oh, he said trying to go virus.
Coronavirus.
So I think it comes down to a safety thing and a protection thing and like a
I agree. Women
Yeah,
are
trust-
naturally more cautious. We're the conquerors. They're the
Yeah.
receivers.
we're not going to a doctor, a cough, I'm not gonna die. If I'm not on a stretcher, I'm not going. But by then it's too late.
I only go to the doctor for like broken arms and shit. Other than that, he ain't got too much to tell me.
Hey, you know what? The last time the doctor told me, he didn't even have time to tell me anything because I was out of patience.
That's right. That's right.
So therefore, he was out of patience.
I get tested through my girl. She go every 3 months. She cool, I'm cool.
You know what's funny about that? You know what's funny about that?
What's that?
A lot of these viruses, like they stay dormant inside of your body. You know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah, they
So
don't show up.
So yeah, and this is why it doesn't show up. So the viruses, they get coated in protein because they duplicate the cells inside of you. And the reason and the way they stay dormant is because they cover themselves in protein. Therefore, they're dormant until those proteins that protein breaks down, and then the virus is distributed through your body. So how long? It can be years until you know you have something. So if you're one of those type of people that
That's
get
tough. No, my girl get tested for all that. She get tested to make sure like with the proteins and all that. She eat her
I'm saying
Wheaties.
you motherfucker.
She eat her Wheaties.
No, I know you ain't got
Man,
that.
I'm
bitch.
good. Don't put that shit on me.
You gotta,
Listen,
I know you-
back to the current.
I know you ain't got
crisis
that,
at hand.
I'm
Let's
just
go
saying,
back to the
we never
current
know till we
epidemic.
get tested.
I ain't went viral yet. I ain't going viral.
You might go viral.
Not that way. You know,
Yeah.
I'm tested and approved. I haven't missed a test since I was in high school. So anyway,
You light skinned ass nigga. Pass every test. I know you did.
so like relationships, I know I haven't seen my girl as much lately. I'm dry out here.
What are you talking about? Are you in the house together?
No, we don't get that close. It's social distancing.
Oh. You know what it is though? But if y'all, maybe you leave the house more than her. Or she leaves up more than you. Maybe y'all, you never know what you're bringing back. Because like when I was in the quarantine, I'm in a different quarantine, but that's another combo.
You sure you don't want to have that now with everyone listening? I'm prepared. I'm tested. Okay. Well,
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay,
I mean,
it's up to you.
It's up to you.
I'm telling you.
I'm new around it.
Like, you
It's
know,
up to-
me, you know, like we got into, you know, the little disagreement. I left, and
Okay. This is new. This is fresh. Disagreement and left.
yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't just like one disagreement. It's just a build up. Maybe I left. I'll admit, I probably left during not so ideal time, but it was for a reason. And the thing is, it's like you really want to get into this.
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, here's the thing.
I
bro.
got all
At the
that.
end of the day, it's like if you even wanted to get back. I mean, if you're a woman, man, whoever, somebody that's precautious, especially women, are thinking, it's like, what if he does come back and he has some shit, and then my family's at risk, and I'm at risk, whatever, you know. So this is the time, but out of anybody, you can be emotionally worthy, but it's like you have to get tested. It's a whole process. You can't just go back to the house. You
You
got
might have just contracted something. Just get on the bus. Like,
Exactly.
It's like in the air.
You got to go get tested, and you got to come with papers. I apologize. I'm clean,
Man.
and then it's considered.
And I see how people looking at each other like niggas is not fucking around. Like people looking, oh, but they. I mean,
I don't be around nobody I don't know.
Yeah, it's something to take serious. It's something
It
to
is.
take serious, as you should. Better safe than sorry and all that. You know, people are dying.
You know, it's mainly men.
I heard men with Tylenol in their system. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories, but is it mostly men?
Tylenol?
What is the ratio? Yeah, I heard Tylenol.
The ratio I know is
It's getting a lot of
from
debate.
Italy though. It's like I think it's like 65% men or something like that. This
If
is
you've heard any conspiracy theories, let us know. Type it up. We want to know, like the truth versus the conspiracy about this. What you think? But it's like 65% men die.
like in Italy, as far as statistics I read, compared to women, it was like it was about 65%. This is early this year. I don't know if it's changed.
Didn't
I
it
don't-
start early this year?
But stop.
Start. I thought it just started.
Nah, let me tell you something, bro.
Mm.
People are saying now that everybody's talking about it, they're like, you know what? I was feeling sick in December.
Was that a real cough?
Nah,
Oh,
it was fake. That
shit.
wasn't real.
Scary. Put your
But
mask back on.
So it was like I'm suffocating, bro. Okay.
Okay, you good. I'm just.
It was like I was feeling sick in November, December. I think I had it back then. A lot of people were saying that, and the thing is, that makes us believe that, like, you know what, this shit's been going around.
I mean, it is COVID-19.
Everybody-
What about 18, 17, and all that?
So it's called COVID. You know what? It's called COVID-19 because it's a cousin of SARS.
I got star cousins too. What do you got to do with my reputation? I'm famous too, nigga.
SARS, nigga.
Oh, SARS.
SARS.
Oh, sorry.
It's a cousin of SARS.
Okay.
So it's a different strand. But they're saying that this is because when they look at this shit in the lab, they're like, this is kind of different. It's mutating at a rate that we're not used to seeing. This is man-made.
Mm.
You feel me? You got people in China. You go over to China, and you see the people, and they don't bullshit over there. They're serious as shit. You see their faces like Stonehenges. Them motherfuckers picking up cameras, and it's like, hey, we're having trouble over here, and this is man-made. Like, these are people that are educated, that do not bullshit.
They can't figure it out. The smart little Asians can't figure
Where
it
we
out.
get our shit from.
I thought they started this virus shit. Trump calls it the China virus. I like it. It's not us. It's either them or the American government if it's killing the men. I'm a conspiracy theorist. You know,
You said what?
it's either them or the American government if it's killing more men than women. They've been at us for years.
Are you talking about, like, are you relating that to, like, population control?
Well, I mean, you want to know all the conspiracies from start to finish? Because how much time do you have? Yes, they say the world is overpopulated.
Yeah.
You know, the elderly crowd is not the one that are working. They are getting rid of them because the baby boomers, they owe them a lot of pension, a lot of debt.
Yeah.
So why not wipe them out now? Get rid of as many of them as possible. Then we got the whole 5G boom. Every time they roll out a new level of technology to that level, they just like a microwave. They're just increasing the heat on the microwave. So the old people can't take it. We'll get rid of them. And then blame a virus for it. The economy was going to crash anyway. So why not have a reason for it, a scapegoat? I'm not dead. I'm not dead now.
Let me add to it.
Uh-huh.
You said wiping out the baby boomers' pension, because the baby boomers, isn't that supposed to be the largest transfer of wealth in in the economy?
Over the next 20, 30 years or whatever?
Yeah.
Like 4 to 10,000 a day. Don't quote me exactly. A lot of baby boomers are going to be retiring every day, and a lot of the unpaid national debt is
Largest
due to
transfer
them.
of wealth over the
Right.
next 20 so years.
And if I owed them a lot of money, shit, what's the best way to get rid of them? Corona bump. I mean, that's a cold thing right there.
Government, you can't put them past them. History shows that they've done things to gain benefit over for their to push their progress for their personal economy by
Very
doing
true.
things to their own people, but we don't find out till later. So this right now, we might find out. We're talking about it now. Years later,
It's
Now
unclassified.
you find out till then.
It's classified information for 50 years. We don't find out till 50 years later.
if it's so potent, how come when they're giving out the press speeches at the White House conferences, the people are giving out those speeches, they don't have masks on?
They don't even look worried. Well, I seen the last one, somebody was wiping it down. It's kind of funny. But I'll tell you this, I'm not getting any immunizations until they get it on TV with their families and friends. I'm not going to be the first one to get nothing. But it confuses me, like you said.
It's in front of us. When they give the White House conferences and speeches, they're out there with no mask. If it's that potent, we're supposed to have it in public all the time, to the point we went to
They're not really
7-Eleven
setting
right
a good
now.
example, are they?
No, we can't even get in 7-Eleven without a mask on. They still stand outside.
I got in, they didn't have
He
beer.
said, throw the money on the table.
And money. Going digital, another conspiracy. Because I heard them talking about the dollar bill and how it can be transferred. It can stay on the surface.
Yeah.
Good reason to get rid of the dollar bill right about now.
Man, that's getting rid of a dollar bill.
Yeah, we're going digital. Global currency, you guys. Get ready.
They say 80% or 80 to 90% of the world's money is digital, held on hard drives.
Most of it is these days anyway.
So it
But it's
makes
about the control factor. If I want to, I can give you $5 right now. So yeah, it's a lot of digital, but I have the option, the choice.
Yeah.
What about the day when I have to give it to you digital? Everything's tracked. What about when they cut your computer off and say, fax can't have any money today? And then they just cut you off. What are you gonna do then? I can't give you 5 no more. Corona bump. That's the only thing I got for you. So I mean control factors, you know?
How much control they want?
And now they got a social distancing. It's time to build relationships. I need 5. You got 5?
No problem.
Oh,
Hey, the time to build relationship. Matter of fact, that book you were telling me about, Life After Google.
Yeah. Great pickup. Great
We
buy.
need to build relationships, communities all over again. That's amazing. I think, you know how I feel stuff in the atmosphere and spiritually. I feel like there's going to be a decrease of the physical value of things, and more in what can you do and what kind of skills do you have to navigate and build a new society. Like, and
Where your social game at? Where's your virtual get at skills? Because
virtual.
I watched a movie today. What was it called? Gamer, I think. Gamer. Something like that. You know all these futuristic movies. They're in the system. They call it society. So all of them are in there, but they're renting other people's business. But like pretty soon you're gonna be like the Matrix in the computer game, not even meeting real people.
My lips are chapped. My bad.
You're gonna see a virtual boy and it's a girl. You're gonna see a virtual girl and it's a boy. I'm not ready for that.
You know what they're saying? That
It's hard enough to meet a real woman out here.
I know. 4D. Excuse me.
Yeah, I like those too. Big ones. Yeah, baby. 4D. Shout out to the big titties.
That basically it's 8K resolution. They're bringing it into a digital world to where holograms become solid. So you're vibrating because we're only solid because the atoms are vibrating at so high of a speed. So they're saying that they're going to start bringing up holograms that you're going to be able to touch and feel.
Wow. I think I saw that on the porn channel. They have some stuff like that, like simulation type stuff, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into it, but you know, I'm just trying to stay ahead of the curve here.
Hey, I thought you were trying to flatten the curve.
Both. I'm you know, you can't knock it till you try it. Corona, but
Oh.
no. Okay. So with relationships, let's jump back here.
Oh, okay.
Before it goes to the virtual matrix world, which I feel is coming, I see it. Where are real relationships at? Where's the foundation in a real relationship at these days? Are we now virtual dating? Like I'm talking about a relationship where you don't live together. Or let's talk about one where you do. What's the difference?
When you don't, the homie hit me up.
Like,
The
were
homie
you
hit-
taking this very serious and your girl wasn't? Or was your girl taking it very serious and you wasn't? Did you have anything like that going on? Because I don't believe in it at all. So me and my girl had to break up. No, I'm just playing. She doesn't believe either. No, it's real. I'm only joking, guys. Take this serious. I joke a lot. But, I mean, imagine being in a household where you have different beliefs. I know my baby mama had to let me see my son in about coronavirus weeks.
I know. I miss my kids too.
I'm not mad at her, though. I respect it. We all going through what we go through.
Yeah. I want to see like my daughters, especially. I want to like.
But what if they got the virus? Just think about that, huh? Get your little nasty ass back.
You said what?
Kick that little kid. No, I mean, everybody has different views, and that's what's. I mean, it's already hard enough in a real relationship to have the same views.
Yeah.
But then with this kind of thing, some people conspiracy theorists, some people believe it, some people don't. Some people need to take it more serious. Some people. One of my grandma's good friends, he got his feelings so hurt because she was like, how serious are you taking? He said, I don't believe it. Kind of like how I was joking. She said, okay. He was supposed to be dropping by to deliver something to the house. She said, you can throw it on the grass. I'll leave your money in the mailbox.
Really?
His feelings were hurt. He went and got a full suit. Like, are you satisfied? It was so
What you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
Hey.
I mean, you know, not what you gotta do, but if you're gonna please, you know, who you believe is, you know, you're everything. You gotta do. Like I think at this point, it's like my belief. Like I started learning, like through who I was with, to the point of like, you know what, I value, and this is when you know you love somebody. Like I value.
It should be love.
Obviously, it's an epidemic. Everybody knows about it. I value the love that I have for this person, this relationship, over my personal belief. Because I didn't really fuck with it that much. I know it's real. I know we can't be touched. We're godly men.
Right.
But-
And our age group isn't the at-risk group.
Yeah.
So at that point,
Yeah, statistically, yeah.
I'm
But-
good.
But at this point, there's certain things that like I think maybe you personally you feel things and you may stop thinking about the virus or the pandemic at one point. You're so in your feelings, where like I'm just like, fuck, you just forget that shit, whatever. And then you step out and you're like, oh, shit's real, but not real enough that it can hurt you, but it's real enough to the point to where like you're like, at the end of the day, you know it's real, and I don't necessarily want to put in danger other people.
do you know it's real?
I can't say I can see
Is
it.
reality TV real?
That's a fucking good question.
Holler at us next week. Yeah, I mean, it's real. And like you said, don't underestimate the government. They've been doing what they have to do for
Yeah.
control factors. People, the numbers, they say they're dying. My grandma actually knew somebody, 2 people.
But do you know somebody?
Well, I know my grandma. She knew somebody.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
you know, but
that's-
somebody in New York, one of her friends died from coronavirus, so that was real. And somebody else, they weren't even as old, maybe 49 years old, walking up the stairs,
Damn.
just fell over and died walking up the stairs.
And they say a lot of these people that die, even the elderly, they have a lot of underlying conditions.
All right.
And,
It's immune deficiency. People are already at risk.
Yeah.
Now,
What do you think? What do you think? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about?
the people that are catching it, you know, they say like it's been 1 million cases and this many people died. How long does it take to get over the virus? Like, all right, how safe are they? Can it, once you're over it, can you ever catch it again? Or is it like smallpox? I mean, like chickenpox. Like, I had it. I'm good.
They say, I don't know how long it takes to get over it, but they say if you have it, you can have it again. And they keep talking about the second wave. The second wave. But it's to a point, I feel like something's being pumped like fear is being pumped to distract us from something because there's different stuff about it every day. They're saying, is the second wave going to be good? I didn't know there was a second wave coming. Next year, is it going to be like next year?
Right.
I thought you said at the end of the year.
That's the crazy part because nobody knows. This is new for the whole world, right? Or is it? I saw a video of Bill Gates. Is it Bill Gates?
Yeah, Bill Gates.
Talking about there's going to be a virus. This is 2015, and he was letting us know that the biggest scare in the world would be a worldwide virus. This could happen very soon. He was talking about it a few years ago. And then I heard he sold a lot of stock and went into medical. Sounds like a business investment.
Everybody's on go to Bill Gates Instagram. Everybody's on Bill Gates Instagram, and the people are going nuts on his Instagram.
About what?
Talking about he created the virus, all this political gain, the shadow government. They're going crazy on there, woke as fuck, and they're talking about.
So he getting paid for creating the virus, and now y'all got his Instagram booming. He getting paid every way. He's a winner. Monetizing.
He's monetizing.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you know what's interesting? This is a thought in my mind. I was thinking, the virus is man-made, right? They're thinking that the virus is man. That's what all factors lead up to. Because you know what's funny?
I think they pretty much really said yes.
China, when they was giving out a press conference in America, was saying this is China's virus, blah blah blah. China was saying no, you created the virus.
No, Trump cleared that up. It's called the China virus. China virus. Trump. I believe everything Trump said. My second favorite president of all time, obviously behind Obama, brother. But other than that, I ain't never had as much fun watching a fucking president. He's fun.
He's fun.
He keeps you guessing. You know.
He never surprises. He always surprises. I don't know what is this man in the same.
I bet you we wouldn't have this virus if y'all would have let him build that wall. Food for thought. Food for thought. I'm just saying. What happened to the wall?
You might have satisfied the man with the wall. If he gave him the wall, then he might have just be calmed down.
Now you want the wall, huh? Walls are good now, huh?
He may not have anything to do with the virus.
Who?
Trump.
Trump know everything.
Yeah, but I don't think he agreed with it. Because he's talking about open up the U.S. economy. Open up the U.S. economy back. We need to get our people back into work. Spending money for the economy.
Have you ever heard the term, for some people debt is bad, for some people debt is good?
What does that mean?
So, like, if we were just saying Bill Gates so-called created it, he's probably making money off of it.
Yeah.
So if he opens the economy, it just depends on what side of the team you're on.
Oh, okay, got you.
What if he's in? What if he's in on the virus or the cure? What if they haven't spread it far enough to make enough money with the vaccinations?
You know what I was thinking? Like, the thing is...
Are you going to get vaccinated?
Let me tell you something. I ain't got nothing to get vaccinated from.
Our friendship is over. I don't fuck with non-vaccinated people. Corona bot.
When the virus first came out, it's like a video, like the album. When the virus dropped, basically, you know, Trump had this. He's sporadic. He says like crazy things. When the virus dropped, and he started giving out speeches, that was the first time I seen him calm. It seemed like he was a little bit sick. He's reading from the paper. He's reading from the teleprompters. He's calm. He's reserved. And I'm like, this is
Following
not
the script. That's not Trump.
This is
And he
no.
said it was a hoax. I remember that clearly. He said it's a hoax.
Yeah, and then months later, when he started getting back normal again, now he's blurting out little stuff. Open up the economy back, and it's like, I think, what if he wasn't agreeing with that, and that gives proof that he's not in control of everything.
Oh,
He's a
I believe
puppet
it. I
for
believe it.
sure.
The U.S. government definitely works for higher ups, if you will.
Even Congress has more power than the president.
Checks and balances is what they say, but yeah, Congress is that decision-making group. Besides, is in America. We don't have a king, we have Congress, right? But who is Congress working for? Great question.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a thought about that because they make some very
Bring it on.
lenient rules for the medical industry. Whoa. They make some very lenient rules for the medical industry. They actually passed a law that says they can pretty much do what they want and we can't hold them liable. It's very hard to take them to court for things like a virus, a man-made virus coming out. We can't even hold them liable. But if we do have that second wave, I wonder what those stimulus checks are going to look like. Let's go, Trump. I'm pro-stimulus. I'm trying to get stimulated.
Yeah, stimulate those
Yeah.
pockets.
Did you get your stimulus check?
Did you get stimulated? Stimulate the check, stimulate your pockets, and then you won't be upset, and then you can stop it.
Now, I read an article that said there was a clause in this whole stimulus package where many people got, the 1,200, right? But they say the 43,000 or so millionaires in America, their stimulus checks average 1.7 million. Very untold talk.
Very untold.
Maybe that's why Trump was calm. I know he's a winner. He knows how to make money and build walls and make them pay. It's gonna be a good wall. China virus. So yeah, I say we build a wall all the way around America. Nobody in, nobody out without Trump's permission.
Let me tell you something, bro. This is what I think. I think a lot of us have the virus already.
Oh shit! I knew you was gonna start talking like this. You got that shit, don't you?
No, nigga. I lost another friend. No. I think, okay, statistically,
If you find out somebody got it, do you keep fucking with them? Have you met anybody that got it? I still want to hear it. I just came to my mind because
I haven't met
you
anybody that
just
has
like
it.
unfriended me.
No.
Hey, does anybody know anybody that's had it? Like that wasn't a first responder working at the hospital or anything like?
Can you put it down?
Huh? I mean,
Anybody?
anybody? Like
Put it down if you
thumbs
have.
up, thumbs down if you got it, or
Type it in.
if you know thinking about getting it. If you're going out next week to party for it.
Whoever's there.
Yeah.
If anybody's there.
Mhm.
If you know what? That's a fucking good question.
I haven't met anyone.
If you lived with your girl and she found out she had the virus. Now the thing is, I mean, if you,
Oh shit!
the thing is, y'all
Oh,
are.
shit, that's a
but-
cool question.
Hey, but take into consideration this:
Mhm.
y'all already fucking, y'all already together.
So now I got the virus too. We got the virus.
Say you found out right now.
Or I'm just a carrier, and she got it.
You don't even know because you just found out. You might both have it because you're in the same house together. All like, what do you do at that
If
point?
her test is negative, I told you I got it because she tests for both. She tests for both of them.
What? But like, let's say you don't know because it's dormant. Remember we talked about dormant, and you think you're clean, and then you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit! What's that on my dick?
And but at that moment you're positive, and she's not.
What's that COVID-19?
19.
Mm.
So they didn't like.
So then, what are
at
you
that-
asking?
at that
Am I gonna
moment-
stop hitting that coochie? Am I gonna stop hitting my girl because she got the COVID? No. I'm taking her to Corona. We're gonna buy some Coronas, and we're gonna keep it going. I ain't scared of the Corona.
Hey,
Corona.
I would do the same thing.
Mhm.
I mean, we're different kind of men now.
I gotta be there for her.
Yeah.
I have to support her through this. You know? Who am I to back up? Social distance. I'm trying to get in that thing. Ain't nowhere in the hell I'm leaving that alone. It's delicious, feels good. You can just lay there, and I like when it smiles. I just want to kiss it. You know? I'm not ever gonna leave it. Not that one. That's some virus infected. Bring it on. I haven't seen a challenge too big for me yet. Not from that coochie. But that's me. You know? I got the blood of Jesus on me.
That keeps away COVID.
Prayer is important.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean to play with God, y'all. I don't mean to play with God, okay?
He's playing with God.
You know? I'm a strong believer. I'm one of the strongest angels. I'm a big angel. You can't see my wings, they're out of view, but they're there.
He got never horns too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, money. Back to money. It's funny because everything's going digital.
Just be like,
Oh yeah. I'll take one.
no, these mine. Nigga.
Okay.
I had to walk 3 blocks for this, take a risk through the COVID, get there. They ain't got no goddamn drinks because they talking about the virus is out. The virus is out. So give me 3 scratches.
The virus.
2 scratches. Then I had to save $1 for the nigga outside. Bum. He wasn't talking about no social
Hey,
distancing. You hear? Y'all hear that? What was that? The virus coming, y'all. You left the door open, the virus getting in.
What that shit was a big ass fucking.
Oh.
Nigga, run. We're done.
I don't run for shit.
We're not running, no, of course. But like that shit would look fucking weird.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be a little nervous. If you saw the virus, like
Like,
just kind of creeping in.
like, hey nigga.
Damn, what if you saw it coming like a fog? Like,
That shit was like a
you
stench.
know, like you're right. When the nigga got bad breath and you could kind of see his
Yeah,
breath,
like a stench.
it just came around the corner and you like, the virus is coming.
And everybody.
That's that COVID-20.
But that.
COVID-20.
That's some strong
That's what
shit.
they're telling us about.
So,
That's what I'm thinking. And you know, we were talking about money earlier. I think it's funny. I want to bring. Do you know, table means bank?
table means bank. In what language?
French. I mean, in French they spell it. I think it's in German and French. In French, I think it's spelled like BANQUE. And it's interesting because there's also table banking.
Hmm.
Yeah, right? So I'm thinking like back in the day, okay, so we're talking about money, right?
Mhm.
You just get the lottery tickets. Back in the day, banking was when somebody was at a table, and they say table banking is when people, a groups of people throw money into an investment of some sort. And back in the day,
I thought that was called prostitution.
prostitution, table banking.
Okay, I'm listening.
So basically,
Table banking?
yes. So basically, it's interesting because money, people sitting at money, is a representation system. It's a value system. And back in the day, you had a symbol of money to represent value. Now we took the representation of value
And replaced it with what?
and we replaced it with like actual like worth. That wasn't the worth. The worth was the work. It's what you were bartering. Now it's because you go to somebody, right? You see on their post it says a dollar sign, let's say, in today's language. You say, oh, we know they're good for it.
Okay.
So we're gonna barter and we're gonna borrow this and trade that. And we took that post, we took the sign down, and we said, this is the money. When the value that I bring is actually more than money, it's the reason why money is being made. Just like in relationships.
Well, that's when we had money. Now we have fiat currency.
Okay.
So I hear you, and I'm with you. I'm agreeing with
But
you.
it's interesting because we were talking about earlier how the banking system isn't currency, current off the ocean. Bank is also,
Water term.
yeah. So it's kind of interesting that like every,
It's actually on purpose, not interesting. It's on purpose because your language is power in words.
yeah.
They're using water terms, from what I've heard, because that court system that they use to monitor it is considered like maritime admiral, which is the law of the water. So that's why they use all those water terms actually, so that they go and do liable in a different way. Not the law of the land, but the law of the water. Don't quote me. Search it yourself.
So what's the difference if like the law of the land and like why is it we're on the land? Why would they use laws of water to
Great question. Great question.
Yeah.
So think about pirates. What,
Okay.
what laws do they follow? That's the law of the water.
Yeah.
Law of the land is if you're in Europe, you got to follow the European rules. If you're in America, you got to follow American rules. But if you're in the water, what rules do you have to follow?
None. None of land under this.
Yeah. Look it up. They've been fucking you. That's why everybody broke. You feel me?
So money, I've been taking blockchain classes,
Mm.
and
How's that going?
honestly, I learned a lot. But the main thing that I'm taking from it is the value. The real value is a transfer of money, not the money itself. How are we going to get this from Nepal to Los Angeles? How are we going to get this from Egypt to Italy? Like the transfer of money.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wow.
Very important.
Yeah, information mainly, but I see the money. I see like, oh,
Foreign relations.
if
Absolutely.
I can't get this 20 to you from here, there's a problem. There's
Definitely.
Yeah, there's an issue with that. So the
In a
transfer.
minute, it'll all be digital.
I know.
Yeah.
And IBM, they're rolling out one of the first and biggest platforms for blockchain banking. So pretty soon,
IBM?
yes,
They're still around?
they're around. That's why I'm taking my blockchain classes from
Hmm.
IBM. I'm getting free classes through IBM to learn the blockchain.
Don't tell everybody.
and build
Steve,
my
you know,
blockchain.
Blow your spot up. They're not really free.
Hold on.
He's paying for them.
I mean, free to an extent, for the extra,
It was free the first day.
yeah.
Ain't shit free.
So exactly, the game ain't free. So basically, I'm ahead of the curve, with which I've always been, and I feel like this is the first time. I feel like I've been waiting for this. Everything is flattening. We're on the equal playing ground, and the advanced thoughts we've been thinking, I'm actually being able to implement now and study exactly the avenues of creations that are going to allow me to actually express the things that I've been thinking for the past few years, because when people came out with Bitcoin, when the media and the media came out with the concept of Bitcoin, more exploited the concept because it was already there. I was fascinated by blockchain.
Is it true nobody knows who invented Bitcoin?
Who invented Bitcoin was this guy named Natashi Yakamoto, something like
See,
that.
you can barely say his name. I heard that they don't know if he's one person or a group of people. I heard it was kind of like a code name. Like nobody really knows.
that's what they say. But that's who they say created it. And I know there's somebody else in America that took the credit,
Sound like an American.
right?
So I didn't mean to digress you. So that's dope. You're above the curve because you're learning blockchain technology in a transition time when the transfer of currencies is going to be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's already been huge, but going digital.
Yeah.
Like look at PayPal, look at Google. It's all about transferring funds. I believe that wholeheartedly.
And it's not only okay. So funds if 90% of the world's banking is on hard drives, it makes sense to go digital. Of course, I'm going to study blockchain, and you know what's funny, Phil? It's not only for money, but information, contracts, ledger. It's the biggest ledger in the world, and we're talking about contracts and information that can be distributed only to who you're distributing it to, and the parties who you're distributing it in the most secured fashion known to man. They say blockchain is impossible to hack. I don't think.
Well, you don't know who I know, but hey, whatever you want to believe.
Hey.
Did Trump say that? No.
Blockchain, whatever. It's the best. It's awesome.
No. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be pretty secure. And then even if it does get hacked, I like you can track the hacking and just kind of kill shit off from what I've heard. So sounds good.
I might be talking about maybe the black market. Like in essence, the blockchain is very. I mean, I'm not gonna say. I don't think anything's impossible. So it's hard for me to say that because I know with every new law is a new criminal. So but that blockchain, and I've talked to whoever. That shit is highly secure.
I actually think we're moving toward a world with no crime. I think it's close because
no crime.
Yeah, because the world is becoming less and less private, less like everything's public, everything's out there. People know everything, and with this 5G business, they're going to connect all the computers. I don't think the ability to do crime on the same level.
You said they're going to connect all the computers?
Yes, that's what I believe is coming. But call me a conspiracy theorist.
I mean, that's not conspiracy.
Yeah, that's the goal. One world government, one world money, one world tracking.
Bro, they've been working on a one world government forever.
About 6,000 years. Based on my calculations. But who's counting? Who is they? We won't get into that. Maybe next. I don't know. It's a lot of things going on out there. So
6,000.
6,000 years. Who knows about the 6,000 years?
They think they know.
Do
they know? Should you give them a? I mean, that's some shit.
That's some deep shit. I don't know if are they ready for that?
I think they're ready. You got start somewhere.
Because we're not scared to tell you if you're not scared to listen. Sometimes you just have to open your ears and hear something you never heard before. Because one of my mentors, Kevin Trudeau, says you don't know what you don't know.
Tell them a little bit. Tell them how far you need.
I would like to know from the biblical people, what is the 6,000 year, I've heard it as the 6,000 year curse or the 6,000 year promise or the whole what is this whole number of 6,000 years that's so relevant? In the history books, they say civilization started about 6,000 years ago or whatever. We're in the year 2000. It goes back to about, 4,000 BC and stuff. As far as when they really start saying civilized, things start happening. And the term civil does mean men ruling over men. You be civil. Don't spit there, don't sit there, or take your ass to jail.
Yeah.
So, what is it about the 6,000 years though? Because I haven't heard too many people give me a clear answer on that.
They say it's basically we're free, whatever that means. It's just like
you're not free now?
You know what?
Do you feel free?
I don't feel free.
No, not when they're telling your ass to put a mask on or go to jail.
And then now they put fear inside my loved ones and make us think that we're in danger when we're not.
All right. And they already passed it where stores and everybody cannot serve you if you don't have a mask on. So what about when we take the mask off and I'm not getting immunizations because I didn't get the virus? Are they going to be able to not serve me if I don't get an immunization?
That sounds like slavery.
Or voluntary servitude. Because slavery nor involuntary servitude shall be legal in the United States nor its jurisdictions unless duly convicted in the court of law. That's the 13th Amendment.
You know what's interesting, bro? The American people is interesting. They are interesting. And here's why.
The American people or the U.S. citizens? Two different people. Well,
You're right, the citizens and civilians are different.
because you could be Roman and you were Roman, then they had the Roman civilian class, so it was different.
Now? Like,
It still is. People just don't know the difference.
but like, do you think, okay, citizen and civilian. So I know with citizen, like, it's so deep. Like you said, we can go through so many ways. So I know citizen, they're looking at civilians like regular people. Citizens are, they consider like branches of the government, like army men.
Yeah, for those two terms, I was more hooked on you can be American
Yeah.
and you can be a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
I was more, you could be Roman because you're from Rome,
Yeah.
and then you could be a Roman citizen. Those are not the same, those are not equal. They're not equal if you do your history.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
people today, I don't think they really understand the difference. Is there a difference between being American and a U.S. citizen? Or are they exactly the same?
Apparently not.
6,000 years. Coronavirus.
So I think it's interesting because
I know we're kind of all over the place, but this is how good conversation goes.
Yeah, it is,
When
it
you're
is.
talking to intellects.
it's almost like the same topic in a
Can you
sense,
keep up?
under the same umbrella. So basically, no, they're trying. They might. I think that basically, I noticed with a lot of countries, they were forced to this quarantine. They were really pushed into it. The like with the use of mass media, of course, what you're doing here, army, whatever.
Not a winner. You guys
The
are-
Americans, it's like we were told something. We walked into our house with our heads down, and we never came out. There was no force. Everybody said.
That's what's amazing
Everybody
about
said
this.
martial law. Martial law is coming. I was thinking martial law is only going to come if people resist.
Mental law, right?
No fight.
They got everybody to voluntarily
Amazing.
go in the house, stop spinning, sit your ass still. You put yourself on house arrest.
That's the amazing part.
It's amazing. And
When
whatever,
did-
and whatever they say on that 10 line vision,
Because Americans, I noticed out of the people in the world that I've met, Americans are the least to ask questions, insightful questions that give information that allow us to dissect something that's logical and see if it makes sense truly.
yeah, why not? When we just listen to Beyonce and Drake. That's who makes all my decisions. Pay $300 for the goddamn tickets. Why do I gotta think? The fuck?
And then people from one day I was sitting by myself. I'm like, people from other countries.
Shout out to Drake. He makes some makes music.
People from other countries probably think we are stupid. I was literally sitting there, and I'm like,
I will tell you this: when I went to some other countries,
yeah.
they are a lot more involved in world politics. That's what's on TV all day. That's what they're talking about. What's going on in the world? They know what's going on over here, over there. Yeah, America. Shit, when the game come on. No, not the international shit. I'm talking about the NBA. We all about us. It's amazing. Really cut off, like you said, not in tune to what else is going on. And it tripped me out because those Chinamen, it was them. They been had their days where they come out with a mask on, and you see them. Yeah, we didn't think nothing of it, but they all knew something we didn't know. They walk around with a mask on randomly.
Even in Koreatown, down here in LA, walking around with a mask, I'd be like, why do you have the mask on?
Shit, I put mine on. I bought one when they had one. I see some people start running, I start running. Where we going?
If the virus was a rapper, it would have a platinum album by now. Because I'm like, there's so many different stories, like every day from legit news sources that like what are y'all talking about? Like they're talking about the second strand of the virus, and then like, how are you gonna like we're so brainwashed as a people? They're forcing information on us with other information, with bits and pieces of other information we know nothing about. So
Confusion is what it sounds like.
You're right. Brainwashing and confusion. Example: when they say the second strand of virus, we don't know what second strand means. We're like, second strand of virus? I never knew. What do you mean a second strand? How do you know there's a second
Start getting
strand?
used to the first strand.
Ex-
It's an acquired taste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shit is good.
What does second strand mean?
I mean, it's not. There's no specific meaning of it. But in NLP world, if I say second strand of virus, I'm okay. When you say second strand of virus, what strand of virus are you talking about? You can't just say second strand of virus, because that can mean anything. And then second strand, and if my mind's gonna jump to what I know is the virus, which would be the
HIV.
with the universal quantifier in NLP words of like, I'm gonna take this one thing and I'm gonna generalize it on everything. So anything, if I see something red, I get hit by a fire truck. Fire truck's red. Anything
Right.
that comes across
Associated
red
with it.
is bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, look over here.
So if my mind goes to what I know as the virus to be a corona, and then I'm still like, wait,
Yeah, the homie had a
second
car
strand?
accident the other day, died. It had to be the virus.
And the first thing you think of in the media, even
I blame the
whoever
virus.
dies, you're like, was it the virus?
It's the virus. I don't even ask a question. It got to be the virus. Anybody can't drive like that. Got to have a virus.
Or just talking, and then the thing is like these are stories coming out through legit news sources that
Oh,
aren't
the
finished.
word legit. I would not hop on that one when you say news sources. There's a clear
That's
indication. They call them like the fourth branch of government because they
mainstream is what I meant.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
mainstream.
They become like
mainstream.
a voice,
Yeah.
not free of voice, but like not a free voice to help us anymore. They're a controlled environment. But they say like 5 or 6 major networks own all the channels. So at that point, whose information are you getting? But
Whoever's controlling it.
who's controlling it? These are the questions Americans don't ask. Are you American? You better not ask. The virus.
The virus is controlling. What if the virus is a person? What if the virus is real? What
It's
if-
like anything you put in somebody's face enough
Like
and
person.
repeat it enough, people will start to believe it. And there's power in belief. That's why we get together and pray. That's why we get together and, well, you know, a lot of people don't practice it enough, in my opinion, but you practice your power and belief. I'm going to get a new car. I'm going to get a new car. But what if you have 30,000 people just start believing in something that wasn't true? Is that going to create some kind of new belief?
But is it Napoleon that said, if enough people believe the lie is the truth? It's like, if we all believe something that's not real, and this is what people's thoughts like, if we all believe this thing that's not real, that does not make it true, no matter how much it's endorsed. If it's not real, it's not real. And the thing is, like, even though the virus, like, obviously we see it's real, but statistically, if we look at statistics, most of us don't have to be afraid. Now we also understand that we should be in the house because we don't want to affect people, but it's weird
Well,
because
at that point, you're believing it.
but it's real. Well, people are dying. But here's the thing: shouldn't the old people be in the house?
All the time. Fuck them.
But like
they never
we're-
need to leave.
But we're in the house, and I'm confused
But we
because.
can carry it into the house, into them or something, right? It's like a contagion. I don't
But
know.
like, shouldn't they like? There's no.
Gotta wash your
shouldn't they
hands.
be? Shouldn't they? What I'm saying, shouldn't they be protected in the house? Like the young, because they would have technically the more chance of getting it if they're going out, because you're around, you're still around people who are ignorant and or whatever, and they're going out anyways. They got the corona. They don't know.
Yeah.
Old people don't know that they have it because nobody knows. And
Most of the people that I've seen over 60, they're taking it pretty serious. Like no visitors.
Yeah.
They've shut it down.
Yeah.
Throw it in the yard.
exactly.
They're taking it pretty serious.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I think they have it backwards. And they're just now coming out with programs to help bring food to elderly people's houses and pick them up, and like I think we got it. I think that it feels weird. It's confusing. That's why I think there's something behind it because it's like we're operating backwards. There's
When you
like
say backwards, I don't get it. What you mean?
okay, let's say old people are dying, right?
As they should.
And yeah, because they're old.
Shout out to old people. Live long, live strong.
And we're not saying old like, oh, you're old, like statistically the older people like in the 40s and up are dying most.
Oh, 40s and up
mostly.
is old? Shit, we're
It's
old.
like
I'm old.
and like basically, you know what I mean, underlining issues and all. I'm just for the sake, let's ignore the sake of semantics and just generalize it really quick. But like the older people are dying, and it seems like there's a lot more of us than them. I don't know if there is, but when I look around, I'm looking around I see I'm in an apartment building full of young people. I see like 3 old people. I mean, they're surrounded
That's
by
a
us.
jumping apartment building. Have you been to the senior shit right up the street? They kind of outnumbered. But I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But for most generations, that is statistically true, except for this baby boomer generation that's coming.
Yeah.
With them,
You and
it's
those
a
boomers.
lot. It's a lot of them. Hey, my mom's a boomer. I'm partial. No, but
Part boomer. I feel you.
they
Corona.
coronavirus.
Oh,
But yeah, they're typically like that age group is going to be the largest. It's the middle age group, middle class. You know, all that should be the largest. But yeah, there's a big group
biggest
of old
transfer
people.
of wealth. That makes
Big,
sense.
large group of elderly coming.
You know, Bitcoin was supposed to be the biggest transfer of wealth aside to the baby boomers. You remember that?
I do remember when they said it. Maybe at that time it was.
They did say it. They did say
I
it.
remember it. So like, how are these old people coming off this cash? Is what I want. We keep talking about the transfer of wealth. How do I get it?
How are you getting off the cash, nigga? You over there?
Hey.
Okay.
What that say?
Yeah.
Said got the virus. See, you believe what you read. But again, back to, it's amazing how when you pump something in people's face and their ears, people start to believe it. People
They
start
say over
checking
5
it out.
times is brainwashing.
Well, we've all been brainwashed.
Of course.
Shit, Trump tweet 5 times a day. China virus. I don't know where that's coming from.
He said it's from China. The newsman's like, why you call it China? Is it no, it's not racist. It came from China.
Oh, that was the best. She said, "Is it? Why do you keep making that racist comment? It's not racist at all. It came from China." Oh, second favorite president of all time,
Aside to,
Obama. Come on, man.
boom.
Come on, brother.
Right,
Come on, brother. But other than that, man, this guy's a pleasure to entertain. He's like a tap dancer. He's up there tap dancing for me.
He's funny as shit.
Right. I mean, you couldn't pay for better entertainment,
I can't.
but we're paying for it.
Oh yeah, we're paying for the most lethal of doses.
Yeah.
Like, I think, what about life after COVID?
So after the stimulus check, is Trump going to get voted back in now? I think there's a lot of people pro-Trump. How many other presidents gave you a stimulus check?
And you know he held the
I
stimulus.
ain't even had a president tickle
Hey.
my feet.
Hey, you know he held it when the stimulus checks first came out. They were late because he wanted to. He stopped them to put his name on the checks.
That was dope.
That was
But
smart.
what does that mean?
I took it as like this nigga's popularity is just down.
I
And when you
took
get
it
the check and you see Trump on it, you're like,
I
oh, I
took
love
it
this
as
nigga.
the nigga who write the check is like, you owe. He probably was going to make some interest on it. That's how I was looking at it. Why you want your name on the check?
Because you're right. And he understands branding. Trump Towers, Trump on everything. Interest. Oh man, if he's taking interest on that, he's an interest in
You heard how he won the last election, right?
how.
From what I heard. From what I heard.
Says the nigga with the
People
mask
say
on. Nigga with the mask on.
he used a style of marketing where he got people so disinterested in the election,
Yeah.
people just didn't go out and vote, and that's how he got in. Because he knew the Republicans would. Republicans always vote.
But I think they swayed a lot of the votes too on like Facebook and shit.
Well, I just heard.
I think it's a
I
combination.
heard the participation was at an all-time low, and that's why he won.
Damn.
Like he made people like.
He
fuck it.
fired.
But the Republicans vote,
Yeah.
so I kind of heard that was dope.
That's
Right. Right now, I think he just gonna have everybody with a mandatory stay-home order. How you gonna vote then?
You know what's funny? Now we're talking about politics, and we're saying it's they're not into it. And you know why? Because Americans want to be in things that are cool, hip, things that are fun, and like it doesn't sound fun. Politics, and you think of
I
like
think a lot of black men just don't believe in it. Like, what is it doing for us?
we don't see it doing anything for us,
Yeah.
so we don't have any belief in it.
Except locking us up and
Yeah.
breaking our relationships up.
Yeah, and they really are. And if the more that we understand and recognize that, then the more that we have a chance to actually make stronger our relationships. Because everything's going back to the white man. We're talking about I can't get a job because the white man won't give me a job. He took away my job.
Majority rules.
I can't. I want to start my own business. I can't because I can't get another job because I have a felony or whatever. Not me, but most of us in our record. And statistically, this was on purpose.
You shouldn't have fucked up.
Exactly.
We have a record on you.
And then they say that tell the woman, be independent. Independent of who? Nobody ever asked. And then that whole movement back then was funded by white Republicans to make women like that, black women like
I'm
that.
glad we bring this up. I just want to bring this out, people, because I'm pretty well versed in a few things. I want to bring to our attention
Wow.
that what is the difference today between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party? If you don't know that, just cut the
Let's just
press like and then cut it off.
Oh, let's chat.
So, but other than that, I believe at one point when we were freed from slavery, we did need more of a democratic type of covering for our people, protection. I don't know currently what the Democratic, what is voting Democrat doing for you today? I think where we're at in America, the black community has more of a Republican mindset, but still voting Democrat.
that is a really good concept.
And I just want people to start thinking about that, because do we still need protection, or do we need our own money to do our own thing like the Republicans? Republicans say, give me my money so I can do what I want to do with it, and less taxes. The Democrats say, no, tax hard so we can take care of you. Where are we at these days?
You know where we're at? I think we're at a point to where people are just going off of what they hear, not questioning anything, like we were saying earlier. And I think
I think they just vote Democrat. I don't even think they, like,
because it's habitual, and that's what I've been doing. That's what my parents did. That's what my friends did. I'm gonna do it. And you know what the funny thing is? Democrats and being Democrat or Republican, it's an illusion, because people think they're free for the most part. They think they're going to clubs, they're partying, they're buying whatever they want, they're doing all these. They think they're free, and you say vote Democrat and vote Republican, and you stand for something. When in reality, if I give you, do you want this $20 bill or do you want this $100 bill? Obviously, I want the 100, but in reality, I want 1,000,000. Where is that?
no, that's not an option, sir. Pick from what you have.
We have the power that they give us to pick from as an illusion.
I'll
of
give
power.
you a better one. Here you go.
Choice.
Do you want these thorns, or do you want these metal pins?
Oh.
I don't think either one of them
Not
are for our people at all. I
Yeah.
think like if you're a parent and your
Yeah.
children is acting up or something, right? You give them options that the parent like. You're either going to do your homework or go to bed. See, those both work for the parent.
Yeah.
I don't think daddy government is ever going to give us an option that doesn't work for them.
Yeah. Democrat or Republican. But what about the stuff in between? That doesn't matter as much. Well, how can we have a label on everything that doesn't
Told you
serve us?
about that, nigga.
Exactly.
Thinking too much, yeah. I'm with you.
It's too complicated, too
Yeah.
much. I gotta do this, if I vote for this, I get this. I'm a human. I need shelter.
And I am
water, food at the end of the
pro-American.
day.
I am pro-American. I'm not
Liberty.
saying don't be about learning. Don't be about what's going on around you. I'm just saying people learn the difference. What's the difference? Who are you voting for? What are you voting for? Does the Electoral College really pick your vote? Yes. So what's the point of voting? Should we maybe just start our own system? Maybe.
And that's where things are headed with centralized banking. It's a 5G. It's going to centralize technology.
I'm just playing Trump. He's talking that shit.
No.
You know, the last nigga talking like that. Put your mask back on. No. Oh man.
I'm
All right, man.
putting it out there.
No, this has been great.
Yeah.
I don't think I won. I'm gonna have to go soon. Cause
Yeah, me too.
hey, great conversation.
Yeah.
One more before I go. Corona bump.
Oh,
Hey, people, please take this serious.
yeah.
Don't take it lightly. It is affecting the black communities more than other communities, like most pandemics and epidemics. So take it serious for yourself, your people. Even if you don't believe, like have some tact, have some humbleness about yourself. Like, what if it is real? You know, it's not. We're not asking you to believe in heaven. We're just saying, hey, wash your goddamn hands.
Yeah. And advice on relationships in quarantine. Hey, men out there, if y'all having a hard time, just stick it through. I think I made a mistake by walking out. I walked out of the house. I didn't walk out of a relationship. Little did I know, I did. So I don't know if it's gonna work out or whatever, but I'm gonna tell y'all, stick it through if you really want to and if you can. If not, it is what it is. Dude, work out how it work out.
Nobody ever said
Do
it was
you?
gonna be easy.
Nah.
But usually, if it's not easy, it may be worth it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks for listening to our banter.
All right.
We love you.
We love you. Truly.